Hey guys, welcome back to another book review video, and today we're going to be taking a look at a book that I've been waiting for ever since I saw it announced on the Goosebumps wiki here a few months ago. This is Goosebumps, the graphic novel, The Haunted Mask. Viewer beware, you're in for a scare. Alright, so here it is. We've got Goosebumps, the graphic novel, The Haunted Mask, original story by R.L. Stine, adapted by Maddie Gonzalez from Scholastic. So, here's that front cover there. As you can see, you got Carly Beth holding the haunted mask there. And you've got a bunch of masks created by the Halloween store owner floating around her, with his shadow looming in the background. And this is just a really good cover, you guys. Really nice, really colorful. Really captures the tone of the story, I think. It's quite an eye-catching cover. And yeah, really nice, really cool. Looking at the spine here. So, if it'll focus, you've got the last names of the author and illustrator there. So Stine and Gonzalez there. You got a picture of the haunted mask there. Looking creepy, looking freaky. And then you've also got the title there, Goosebumps, the Haunted Mask, the graphic novel. And then down here you've got the Scholastic logo along with the graphics logo there, because this book is part of the Scholastic graphics imprint, it looks like. So yeah, before I show you the back, I just want to give another clear look at the spine here. So, I'm not really sure why it's having trouble focusing. Alright, well, hopefully you got a good look. I tried getting it to focus, but for some reason, I always have trouble with the spines, man. But, taking a look at the back, you got a scene from the story here. Looks like Carly Beth's looking at all the unloved masks there. And then you got your description at the back of the book here, saying, "Are you wearing the mask, or is the mask wearing you?" Carly Beth needs the perfect Halloween mask, one that will scare everyone she comes across, including her annoying little brother and the bullies from her school. A visit to a strange costume store provides just the right one. An ugly green with fierce fangs, the mask makes Carly Beth feel powerful and scary. But when the mask won't come off, will the monster take over? And I'm kind of surprised that nowhere on the book it says, like, you know, reader beware, you're in for a scare. Kind of like the classic books, but, you know, just a little thing. You get the Scholastic graphics logo down here. Got the price down here. Cover art by Maddie Gonzalez. Cover design by Larson McSwain. I hope I'm saying that right. And then it lets you know that this book is for middle grade, ages 8 through 12. So, yeah, there's that cover there. And just for fun, let's go ahead and show it side by side with the original Haunted Mask Goosebumps book here. So you can see the graphic novel takes a lot of inspiration from that original cover there. Very nice, very cool, very fun. So that's that front cover design. So jumping into it, this is the paperback version here. You got the title once again when you first open. Got a picture of a bat there. And then got this front cover. Got Carly Beth wearing the mask there. Then you got a bunch of boring stuff that publishers make authors put into their books. At least you get a nice pumpkin here. And then from there you jump right into the story. And usually with these book review videos I like to go into my favorite part of the book. So I don't really want to spoil anything about this book, so I'll just go straight into one panel that I really enjoyed. Basically, we all know the scene where Carly Beth's little brother puts on a duck Halloween costume that's meant for her and then scares her with it. And I just kind of like these two panels here where she's really not taking any of his crud. and just gives him a whop. Yeah. That's one of my favorite panels in this book. I just really like it. So there's a lot of really good funny parts in this book, but I don't really want to spoil it for anybody, but that was just one of my favorites on page 25. Alright, so now we're going to give a final review of the book and go into my overall thoughts on this graphic novel adaptation. Firstly, let me kind of give some background with my experience with the original story that was written by R.L. Stine. So I got into Goosebumps from a pretty young age when I was around 8 or 9 years old, and the elementary school that I went to pretty much had all 62 of the original books in their library. So naturally, the thing that stuck out to me about those original books were, of course, the covers, which were drawn by artist Tim Jacobus. Funnily enough, the thing that first interested me about this adaptation was, of course, the cover. So I checked out one book, and by then I was hooked, and I've been reading them ever since. And at around that time, I was introduced to the 1995 TV show, with the first episode I ever watched being The Haunted Mask. And that became, and still is, my favorite episode from the original TV series. Have to watch it every Halloween. So now we fast forward to today, and I finally have a copy of The Haunted Mask. And I just recently gave it a read for pretty much the first time, because I'm sure I read it when I was a kid, but I didn't remember it too much, and I wanted to catch up on the original story before the adaptation came in. So now, after having refreshed my memory on the original story, we come to the graphic novel adaptation, and I loved it. It's pretty much beat for beat the original story, with a couple of things switched around, and some modern day updates, such as like Carly Beth and Sabrina video chatting with each other instead of calling each other over the telephone like in the original story. And like I said, the cover really hooked me because it pretty much captures the feel of the original story, and I'm glad to say that the art really works well to give us a natural visual representation of the Haunted Mask. And don't worry, even though the plot of the graphic novel plays out in similar ways to the original book and the TV episode, it's arranged and detailed in a way that gives it its own unique flavor that helps it stand as its own thing. Now, R.L. Stine's Goosebumps series is known for being scary, but it's also got a wicked sense of humor that I think the art captures really well in this adaptation. Just as the original book series was a nice blend of humor and horror, this graphic novel has moments of both genres that blend together very well from panel to panel. Quick side tangent, I know there have been graphic novel adaptations of some Goosebumps stories under the Scholastic's graphics imprint, but one thing I appreciated about this adaptation of The Haunted Mask is that it is fully colored. From memory, I don't think the original graphic novels were in color, so it's nice to have a fully colored format for this graphic novel adaptation. I also got to give praise to the character designs. Maddie Gonzalez, who drew the artwork for this graphic novel, is an experienced cartoonist with most notably the book Tiffany's Griffin under her belt. I really like her artistic style and hope that she gets the chance to adapt more of R.L. Stine's original Goosebumps stories. I'm just saying, it would be really nice if we had an adaptation of The Haunted Mask 2 also. Also, sorry, I know everyone is going to have an opinion of the design of the Haunted Mask in this book. Personally, I really like the mask's design, but I also really like how in some panels, it kind of looks like Yoda from Star Wars. Sorry for ruining that for you. My only gripe with this book is that it is a pretty quick read. I wish it was longer, but considering it's meant for readers between the ages of 8 to 12, I guess I can't complain too much. All in all, for my final thoughts, I think this is a very fun book and a welcome addition to the Goosebumps collection. It's really cool to see one of my favorite Goosebumps stories get a graphic novel adaptation, and I hope there are more to come. Of course, as always, I think Goosebumps fans and young kids will most definitely enjoy this book. I also think there are a good number of horror readers out there that will find enjoyment in this adaptation, and I think there are horror fans out there who maybe don't like to read who will enjoy checking it out, even just for the art itself. It's a very fun, spooky read, and I highly recommend it for anyone of any age. With all that being said, let me know what you guys thought of the book down in the comments below, and if you don't have it yet, let me know if you plan on adding it to your collection. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next Goosebumps book-related video. Later.